was never really high on this trade in the first place. I mean, look, I was definitely shocked, to say the least. I was very shocked, but I don't think this is going to do anything to the NBA. I really don't. I don't think that it's going to change anything with the players, with how it's going to play out next year. I just don't see it changing. I don't think anything's going to change. I really think that this trade isn't as big of a deal as everyone's saying it is. Because look, the Rockets are a good team. They were the second seed. That does not mean they're a championship caliber team. That does not mean that they will be a championship caliber team with Kevin Durant on their team. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. He's over the hill. He's not in his prime. This team is not that loaded. They have good coaching, but that does not mean that they're going to win the championship. It does not mean that they're going to be championship contenders. That does not mean that. So people like Stephen A. Smith already putting KD and Amen Thompson in the top 5 duos in the world is insane when they haven't played a single game together, and he loves Kevin Durant, okay? He has a soft spot in his heart for Kevin Durant. Even though they don't get along, he just does. And Stephen A. Smith loves Kevin Durant. I don't. I'm a realist, okay? I see things from a perspective of reality. He likes to be in this fantasy world that because he's one of the greatest scorers ever, you know, it's going to be hard to get off of him. Like, he's always singing high praises of Kevin Durant. I'm not. Look, the truth is, with Kevin Durant's career, although he is an all-time great, although he is an all-time scorer, although he is an all-world type of player, and he is still a top 10 player in the world right now, Kevin Durant's career without the Golden State Warriors has been a failure. Before the Golden State Warriors, him and Russell Westbrook got nowhere with the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which I don't think is a better player than Kevin Durant, just went in and proved that he can win with the Thunder that Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook never could. Kevin Durant blew a 3-1 lead to the Golden State Warriors, the team that he later joined because he couldn't beat them, so that he can join forces to beat the best player in the world, which was LeBron James. And when you think about it this way, when he goes to Golden State Warriors, right, they were already the best team in the world. They were already a dynasty, or they were on the track to being a dynasty. And then when he goes there, they end up winning back-to-back. They went, 3 times in a row? And so it was almost impossible to beat them whenever they were all healthy. But then after Golden State, he gets his 2 rings, he gets his 2 finals MVPs, he gets what he needed to be like untouchable, I guess, all time. He goes to Brooklyn. They have KD, they have Kyrie. They get James Harden. Now, I know that it was all a little mixed up because of the injuries and all that, but let me just name some of the teammates that Kevin Durant had with the Brooklyn Nets. He had himself, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Blake Griffin, okay, Joe Harris, Seth Curry. Both of those are elite three-point shooters. Goran Dragic, Bruce Brown, Andre Drummond, even though he was out, he was past his prime. Patty Mills, who was shooting pretty good. Paul Millsap, obviously out of his prime. Nick Claxton, okay, he was pretty good. And then LaMarcus Aldridge, he was good, but then he had to quit because of some health issues. But overall, that's a pretty loaded team. And this is what happened when he was with Brooklyn. They went to the playoffs twice. He got swept once. Then let's go to Phoenix, okay? He gets traded to Phoenix, and he's got a chance to right the wrong that he just ended up, going through. He didn't have a good career in Brooklyn. He didn't, those few years in Brooklyn, he didn't do anything. He made his career look bad. He now made his career look like he needed to prove something. So he goes to Phoenix, and look, Devin Booker's already there. They recently just went to the finals a few years previous. And look, they're doing great things. The Phoenix Suns are pretty good. He goes there. Then they ended up getting Bradley Beal, I think, a year later. Then they have Eric Gordon. They have Grayson Allen, who is a menace. No one likes him, but he plays so well when he needs to. I love that player. He's awesome. He's like Jose Alvarado a little bit. And then you got Yusuf Nurkic. So a little bit less of a stacked team than Brooklyn. Same result. 2 playoff appearances. Out of 3, he missed this last playoffs. He missed it. They missed it. With a big 3, they missed. 2 playoff appearances out of 3. One time he got swept. You know what? How many playoff games Kevin Durant played after he left Golden State? 31 games. You know how many he won? 13. You know what win percentage that is? 42%. That's horrible. Kevin Durant is an F. He has an F in win percentage since he left Golden State. He cannot prove anything to anyone as of right now. So if he wants to have that legacy-defining moment, if he wants to actually do something, he needs to take advantage of this trade. Because let me tell you something. This team is not constructed to be better than the Phoenix Suns were or the Brooklyn Nets. They're not better than either one of those teams. Amen Thompson is a great athlete, one of the best athletes of all time. He's not on Devin Book's level. He's not on Bradley Beal's level. He's not that guy. And when you look at the guys like Şengün has been playing outstanding. He was an all-star. People were like, what? He's an all-star? Then they go look at his highlights and they see how he dominates. Even though he is a little bit of a dirty player, he was a good player for the Houston Rockets. He was extraordinary. He was their leader. He was their leading scorer most of the time. He was that guy. Kevin Durant joins this team. Do you know who's going to be the leader? Because it's not Kevin Durant. So you're telling me that he's going to be second fiddle to Şengün? Really? That's what you're telling me? And that to everyone else, to the whole media, is a recipe for success? Nah, you got to be out of your mind. This isn't going to do anything. Where are they going to go? Because I don't see them being a championship team. Hell no. They're not even close. And so that's my point to you, is that you see all these players that Kevin Durant had. Without Steph Curry, who is Kevin Durant? A great scorer? A 7-footer with a handle? All the talent in the world, but chokes when he needs to actually rise in the moment, in the biggest of moments? He's a failure in those moments. That's who Kevin Durant is, a failure in the biggest of moments. He's not a leader, he's along for the ride. So this trade, as big as everyone's making it out to be because of his name, is not that big of a deal for the league. If I were any other team in this league, I wouldn't be scared a bit. I wouldn't be scared in the West. If I were any team in the West, I would be laughing right now. This is a joke to me. He has completed the rainbow of jerseys. Literally. He's been on countless teams, worn countless color jerseys. This man cannot stay somewhere. He cannot build a team. He cannot lead teams to future and long-term success. He's not able to do that because he's not that guy. So this trade is honestly laughable. If they do good, I will come on here and say myself I was wrong. But last time I checked, without Steph Curry, my entire statement, my entire video is all accurate. Prove me wrong.